I asked Claude to build me a landing page and it gave me this. And here's the embarrassing part. You've seen this exact website 100 times. Same cream background, same amber button, same perfectly centered everything. Everyone can tell it's AI made, including your customers. So I ran this exact page through 10 design skills built by some of the best design engineers alive. You're going to watch it transform, station by station for real. And the final version doesn't just look different. It scored a perfect 100 on every single Lighthouse test Google has. This isn't a list of skills, it's an assembly line. 6 stations: taste, style, psychology, motion, craft, and proof. At every station, I'll show you the actual before and after on this page, the install command, and the exact prompt. And one station near the end isn't a design skill at all, but it's the reason the other 9 actually work. That one changed how I build everything. First, why does this happen? Because AI design converges to the average of every website it has ever seen. Average in, average out. And here's the receipt. Inside Anthropic's own skills repo, the most popular skills repository on GitHub, 171,000 stars. There's a file that names the 3 cliché looks AI keeps producing. Hex codes included. Look number 1. Warm cream background with a terracotta accent. My baseline page. Cream background, amber terracotta buttons. Claude built its own cliché without being asked. Station 1 installs taste from 2 skills. The first is a hidden gem called Tastemaker, and it does something clever. Instead of asking Claude what looks good, it reads the actual pixels of a reference site you choose. We pointed it at linear, and it ran a real script that sampled the screenshot and returned exact colors. Not dark theme, the exact near black, the exact blue cast gray, the exact functional amber. Then Anthropic's front-end design skill forces a plan before any code, palette, type pairing, one signature element, and then critiques its own plan. Could this apply to any project? If yes, start over. Same page, same words. Watch. That's one station. The cream cliché is gone. The call to action is an inverted white pill like linears. And the amber only appears where it means something. 5 more stations to go. Station 2 is the wild one. Anthropic has a paid design product called Claude Design. A developer named ConardLi extracted its system prompt and rebuilt it as a free, portable skill. Web design engineer, 10,000 stars. It reads your brief on 5 dials, anchors the design to one of 25 named recipes, Linear's precision, Aesop's calm, Bloomberg terminal's density, and then it scores its own work against a rubric. Our page scored 6.3. It listed exactly what was weak, 18 random font sizes, sections that all looked like the same card, fixed them and rescored, 8.4. Look at the hero now. That's not a decoration, that's a real app frame, and the whole page reads like a ruled ledger. That's a design system, not a theme. Station 3 is where pretty becomes persuasive, and where the audit caught something embarrassing. A conversion audit skill went through the page and found that every single button, including the buttons on the pricing cards, just scrolled you back to pricing. The most beautiful page in the world, with literally no way to sign up. Then, a pack of perception law skills fixed the psychology. The biggest objection, is it safe to connect my bank? Moved to the first FAQ position, because first positions get remembered. Risk reversal moved to the exact pixel where commitment happens, directly under the buy button. And every action now converges on one real sign-up moment. Design isn't decoration. It's an argument, problem, proof, action. Halfway through the line, and this is already a different website. If this pipeline just saved you a designer's invoice, that's what every video here does. Subscribe, and members get these systems first. Station 4, motion. And here the experts genuinely disagree, which is why you need both schools. Emil Kowalski built Sonar and Vaul, components half the internet uses. And his skills teach restraint. Interface animations under 300 milliseconds, custom easing curves, never CSS defaults. His find animation opportunity skill scanned our page and did something I respect. It refused 2 animations, no motion on the navigation. And the money column never ever animates because data you're trusting must not move for style. Then Meng To's skills, 5,000 stars, the award site school, handle the story. The hero now assembles itself like a scene. The app frame rides a subtle parallax, and the how it works line literally draws itself as you scroll. The rule nobody tells you: restraint for the product, cinema for the story. Station 5 is surgical. Jakub Krehel, a founding design engineer, split craft into skills like better typography, better colors, better accessibility. His interface review skill reviewed our page like a hostile senior designer and returned 15 findings, then stamped the whole page. Block. Not approved. The focus ring was invisible exactly where a keyboard user would sign up. The email form failed silently. 10 straight quotes that should be curly. It fixed them one by one. The color fixes computed in OKLKaj, a color space where corrections are measured, not vibed, and restamped. Approve. This is the station where you stop being able to tell it's AI. And now, the station I promised. The 10th skill isn't a design skill. It's called web app testing, and it gives Claude eyes. Playwright opens the page, takes a real screenshot, and Claude critiques its own work. Here's what it actually wrote about its own render. The closing line ends on a widow. 2 words stranded alone. The glass navigation lets body text goes through behind the logo. It fixed both, reshot the page, verified, looked again, and found nothing else worth fixing, so it stopped. That honesty is the point. Without eyes, every skill in this pipeline is a suggestion. With eyes, it's a loop, design, build, look, fix, until it's right. Then the proof. Addy Osmani, an engineer on Google's Chrome team, shipped his review checklist as skills built on Lighthouse, the same audits Google runs. First pass. 2 categories came back at 96. Real bugs. The trial button's text was failing contrast at 2.5 to 1. Fixed, rerun, 100. Performance, accessibility, best practices, SEO, all 4. Beautiful and provably correct. Here's where we started, and here's where the assembly line ended. Same product, same words. Your turn, today. Every one of these installs with one command, npx skills add, then the repo name. Write a 3-line brief, who it's for, how it should feel. Use recipe names like linear precision, and one thing to avoid. Then add the sentence that turns it all into a loop. Screenshot your work and iterate until it matches the brief. I put the entire pipeline into a free Dream Design Team kit, all 10 install commands in order, the 25 recipe cheat sheet, the brief formula, and the self-review prompt. Comment the word beautiful, and I'll send it to you. Real talk. Most of you watching aren't subscribed. On Facebook, subscribe is the supporter button. On YouTube, it's free. And if this saved you real money, hit join. A year ago, this pipeline was a design agency and a 5-figure invoice. Today, it's a set of files written by the best people in the field. And files can be hired for free. My 4 beginner guides are linked below if you want the complete playbooks. The average is what you get when you don't choose. You just watched what happens when you choose. Go build something nobody can tell was made by AI.